Um, um, Leonora. It's like this little storm or whatever. I fell asleep listening to a video, and I could hear this person just talking and talking and talking in my sleep. And I'm like, bitch, why you lying? That's your ass that was doing that. I kept on hearing it. I was just talking in my sleep like, oh, bitch, you really putting it on. I don't know. I be talking in my sleep, y'all. When I fall asleep with stuff going on, I must have been like in REM sleep. Because with narcolepsy, like I said, it's something about your REM sleep. I don't know what, but it was a long one. Maybe I was asleep for about 20 minutes or something, but I wasn't really asleep. You know what I'm saying? I could hear with this person, they was just ragging on and ragging on and ragging on. And I'm thinking like, damn, this is this bitch. You could hear it in the tone of the voice. You could hear it in everything. Somebody trying to scoop something or pile something. I'm hearing dig up. Sunshine, like, I was watching that video. I told y'all that clip of like if somebody ever buried you alive. That's what they're doing. They're trying to bury somebody alive because somebody is a living vassal. And there's a bunch of people that's detached that came up with some type of neurochip that they all own to make them feel alive. And then also owning other people or having other people submit to them or taking away their livelihood or whatever you might call it. I'm sorry, I was starving. In that dream, I was asleep. I'm like, I'm so hungry. I'm so hungry. I need to get up and get something to eat. But I couldn't stop listening to what this person was saying. And I was like, this is making somebody look so guilty. And then I also was hearing, this bitch got a thing in her ear. Like somebody have something in their ear. Like somebody does videos or, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. Remember I told y'all I woke up like 2 years ago and I felt like I had like a stent or something in my ear. And I was hearing somebody saying, kept on sending that song to me. Everywhere you go, I'll be watching you. So I don't know if somebody end up going to, like, I told you the wrong people have this equipment in their hands. And I don't know if this was somebody that was going away to another country. They were going to jail. They were doing something. But it's like somebody tried to put something, like literally somebody could have tried to put something in somebody's ear or something like this. I'm just calling it a stent. Because even this ear, it's like a lot of the earwax in it. I'm trying to get this fucking earwax out. And it's like my ear is like kind of clogged up or whatever. But I think that's the case. But then I was thinking about this too. Like if these people are transporting individuals without their permission, consent, or knowledge, you know, I don't know why I always have these visions of somebody having somebody like on a laid out on some like table thing, whether it's tilted up or laying back. And like people are just walking through talking. Like these people are used to like bodies that's just laying. Not like it's not like the morgue. It didn't have that feeling. You know, I watched this show a long time ago on I think HBO. It was called Humans. And it's like they would go to this warehouse and turn on the power or whatever, and then all these people are standing like in rows or something like this. It's something more like that, but not that extreme. You know, whatever this is, people are used to seeing bodies. I don't know how they're not like disfigured or disgusting, but people are used to dealing with bodies, whether these are clones or I don't know. Okay, whichever one they like. Even this could be like some old Westworld type shit. Something like that. Telling you. This is like a family camp or a family business or a reservation. Something was taken over, y'all. That's all I know. It's got a lot of people getting compromised. people using other people for like escape routes or escape plan. But it's all biblical. You know, if the pastor was teaching you how to read the Bible properly. Or maybe some people, shit, maybe I was born without knowing. And everybody else know, like a group of people know exactly what the Bible is saying. They didn't get online and break it down and discover it in front of millions of people or hundreds of people or whatever. But they already had this. Like, they already have it programmed. And if some of us are sleepers, or they would call us sleepers, then that's like somebody thinking that you in a coma or a soft coma. I call it a walking coma. This is like if you are a cyborg or a tribrid or something, they can slow down your function, your functionality, functionality or qualities, okay? And it'll have you like you're a zombie. Or maybe normally, like I said, during surgery, they give you something, right? And then they usually check to make sure that you're numb before they start digging in your skin. But this is like somebody like being paralyzed. They can't speak, and the whole time they was in surgery, they was awake. You know, or there's some part of the brain that somebody forgot to shut down. And so everything you wasn't supposed to hear or everything you wasn't supposed to see, you kind of did see it. Enough to talk about it. That's the tricky part, because if it's enough to talk about it, you talk about this shit like a sport. Like, you know, but the reality is you've never seen this side of the world. You just, and that's why I say it's like it's a kill switch or something, or a nuclear fucking bomb. They got weapons of mass destruction. Somebody could be a nuclear fucking bomb. I feel like there's workers in this shit. People was, you know, they could care about you, was processing something to make sure you're going to be straight. And then there's motherfuckers that was taking advantage of the fact that they could put your ass in doll mode. It's almost like a switch. And do whatever the fuck they want to do with you. And then cast you to the side, get you in trouble, lock you up, put you in some mental facility, get you off your rocker. It's something like this. It's deep. And people don't talk about it, because if you talk about it, then that's when they start picking on you. If you see them, it's like the grim people. If you see them, then they get mad and they start like trying to attack or something just because you see them. Like, they live. It's like, and we don't even have to say like these people, you're going to put glasses on and some of their skin is missing like on that movie. No. We talking about seeing through hearing, seeing through seeing through that. Looking in their face, looking in their eyes, hearing their voice, some kind of analysis here. You know, but you, like I said, you could be talking about this shit. You could tell somebody a conversation that they had. You could be talking, doing a reading, and tell somebody, and you don't know shit about how this actually worked. You've never been in your waking cycle when these people had you in their possession. You know, it's just there. But if you talking about it, people like you will have to know. You know what I'm saying? That's like a street game, right? Because I told you, these motherfuckers ain't in the streets no more. They in tech offices and shit like this. So some of them, you know, this is a group of gang members that work like that. Cyber mob and cyber thug and whatever. As we progress in this world, shit progresses with it. So somebody was chosen to maybe come out like this or whatever, so that they could all watch you drown or watch me be sacrificed or put on a cross and, you know, stoned to death. It's almost like waking up one day, you just got a regular life. You know, you might have been I'm not going to use because most people think like, you know, you had a regular life. You was a cheerleader. You was the valedictorian. You was this. You was that. You went to college. Like, that's a regular life. Somebody could have just been who you are. You had a group of friends. You thought you had a family. All this shit. But there's a whole other system, a cyber system that you were supposed to be connected to, but you wasn't. But people knew you wasn't. And instead of at a certain age you being graduated in or ascending into that, you just never did. They stopped you, but they knew that you the top motherfucking notch model of anything that was made. This is like God made me, but the Lord God made them motherfuckers. You understand? Like, you got God and then you got Moses. Somebody was messing around in something. They all like family. Whether these are some people that changed their name, left the family in the 80s, cloned themselves, and left you with clones, and they went off and they started building a life and shit off of the conduit or the cornerstones energy. This is why Jesus was not accepted in the hometown. Somebody got something else fucking going on. These people could have said they moved to Mexico, but it was really 2 counties over, and you never seen them again because, again, these people may look a little bit different. It's different ways that people was using cloning and all this other bullshit. They might not look the same as they look like. Some of them make themselves where they could come in and out. And then some of these people, they were slick. They thought they were slick and made their clones a little bit different. But somebody like me can read them. I'm like a lineage energy. Like, I could look at your ass and see what clone you connected to, what family member you connected to, who was you sprung off from, who did they splice to create you, whose DNA they used to create these clones. It's kind of like that. Because something was passed down. It would be like my energy was highly favored, but that's the very thing that made these people that feel like they had an upper hand because I never got tapped into the system to take advantage of me and just let me fall for some shit that they did to me or you, whoever this is. I'm telling you, people was like, I don't know, blessed into this shit as they came across these people in your community, family, whatever this is. Or like I said, this is like a traveling circus with this Christopher, whoever these motherfuckers is, okay? Like the Lion, the Wardrobe, and the Witch, when the lion came back at the end to save the girl. This could be something like this where these people took on a traveling circus type. Now, we know the government got to know about whatever I'm talking about. I don't know shit about it. But what I'm hearing from the source energy within me is that this shit is on the radar. It's not. Now, some of the stuff that they doing may not be on the radar. It might be new upgraded things and somebody is not paying attention. They're not following protocol to make sure these people don't get out of hand with technology and shit like this. Motherfuckers don't even. They got old-fashioned people sitting in seats of power, judges and shit like this, that may not be all the way fully tapped into the advancement. It's like how they were saying, oh, what if robots take over humanity? And nobody was asking what if tech or AI just in general, this cyber shit. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all, in a sense, the internet is the snake. And even if there's a small group of people, that will make them have an advantage over every fucking body in the world, whether these people are sane or not. If they were able to access this energy or something like this, if they were fucking around with robotics or something and could get robots made that look just like fucking people. The boy next door could be running your president. The boy across the street could be running your fucking senator. This is what I'm talking about. And nobody like, there's oaths and shit these people have to take, and nobody wants to take the chance to say something about it because they're going to seem some kind of way. If somebody is trying to plot to make you look insane, or these people know you're not insane, you tell them the truth. It's just, this must be the Messiah, but we can't have this motherfucker getting us in trouble, so what we gonna do now? Okay, well, you know, because there ain't no wish. Don't you wish you would have just been quiet and didn't say nothing? Don't you wish you would have trusted? Whatever this shit is, it's a hot ass mess. There's no trust. Nobody trusts nobody, especially right now. That's why something is starting to crumble. Okay, now it could be God putting something on these people's spirit when they be listening to you and shit like this, and now they like, oh my God, now we really caught or something like this. I don't know. This could be also somebody was like, man, I love you and I was doing something, but you never asked. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Something is off, because you can't fuck around with an Empress's energy like that. She can get up off that motherfucking chair and fuck up a lot of shit. You know, you think about, I was just thinking about the Statue of Liberty being still or whatever all that time. Like, we'd be tripping out if one day that motherfucker just started shattering and breaking to pieces, and somebody just walked up out of there, and the damn thing been sitting there all these hundreds of years, and all the secrets and all the things, and people probably, you know, went there, granted, try to get wishes granted, you know what I'm saying, all kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like something like that. But with this little storm that just kicked in, something has happened. Something is a brewing. I was using the bathroom. I heard there's a storm coming, and I done named one of you already for it. Because these people could have been processing something for some kind of storm, but it ain't gonna be the one that they think it's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever you are or I am could be somebody that was supposed to be sitting at the head of one of these councils. That's why you have the information. But whatever they did with the government, with COVID, around Biden, like somebody didn't put our shit back together again. When you seen them when his first speech or whatever, and he showed all those people that was gonna be working for the government and stuff on them screens. We didn't get to see them in real life. All those women, okay, we don't know really where these women came from when they were bragging about Biden and bringing a lot of women in with him. You know what I'm saying? Into office. That made me think about like a Zeus and Hera energy as well here. Like a whole bunch of people helping somebody now. You know, we got Charlie's Angels. They was helping Charlie do something good or whatever. But I just tell you what I'm telling you. Something changed here. Somebody didn't come. I'm seeing this pickup sign right here. I'm sitting at Target. Somebody didn't pick you up and pull you in time. Something made this person kind of stagger. Or like I told you, this was a plan all the time. Somebody knew about a prophecy on my life or yours. And these people got together and came and built fake families around you just to benefit off of your lack of knowledge or my lack of knowledge about something. Think about a kid whose parents probably got killed or they died when they was a baby, or somebody went to jail when this person was a baby, and because of that there was some big lawsuit or something like this where somebody just had some shit in a trust fund. It could be anything like this, okay? Because we born how we born, we put together how we put together. And then you have overseers and shit like this and handlers and stuff like this that come in and tweak things as they see you learn and grow and wake up and, you know, realize and recognize and all these things. We got the Chariot in reverse here. And I feel like whatever this group keeps sending me that song, like it's all we know how to do. Somebody don't, it's a scary thing. It's a concerning thing. Because what if this time you actually make it over the barrier or the fence or something? Are these people prepared to just shoot your fucking head off? You know, this is like somebody that thought you was born just to be kept down, or people to keep their foot on your neck, and you ain't did shit. You follow the so-called laws. Whether you like it or not, you know what I'm saying? Whether motherfucker respect the laws or not, somebody mostly follows them. I'm old school about old school type of connections and relationships and things like this, and human contact, or having contact with other beings. Well, if you thought they was human, you know, talking to people face to face, a handshake, standing toe to toe, squaring up. But this, whatever this is with this advancements, is make these people feel like wizards or witches or something like this, because they can, you know, click up a couple things on a keyboard with this coding. I don't want to say billing and coding, because I know that that's what we use in the medical field. But I feel like people that got a mind that went to school for this, I feel like everybody is a double agent. And while you was learning that shit, everything is about numbers and formulas and shit like this. And while you was learning that shit, there's a part of your brain that could be also in the back end when you off work, or when you learned it and you went to school and you working the medical field and you use it to file some paperwork and do all this shit and put codes in for pharmaceutical things or whatever this is. But there's another aspect to this. If somebody hijacks your plane or hijacks your vehicle, your vassal, or whatever this is, where when you think you sleeping and chilling in your downtime, there's still something processing, almost like how they keep talking about these children, like making sure that these children unplug from video gaming. What if we find out 25 years from now that when we were seeing these boys just sitting on a video game all day, 10 hours a day, talking with them little headsets and shit like this, little gamer chairs and shit like this, there was another it was faceted where there was something else going on in the mix as well. It's something about people watching the way people's brains work, the way that people's minds work, the way that you think. And it's a little bit more dangerous for some of us that didn't go out there. We don't game. We really quiet. We don't, people will look at you and think you stupid, or they look at your test scores, and they look at if you went to school for, you got out of school and then went back to college for 10 years, to try to see how intelligent you are. There's a difference between genius and intelligence and all these other things as well, though. It's like we're born with a certain level of genius. And when I did the research on that word genius, I was surprised to see it has something to do with a demon or demon. But we born with it or something like this. And then as you go through the process of this particular type of school system that we have, especially here in America and things like this, that part of you dies. This could be even just like a small, like your free thinking, or how kids are very, adventurous or curious, or, how they see the world in a different light. They see the world different. And with church and all these other traditional things that be killing the freedom of the mind. And then some of us, like I said, that we felt something coming, and we started to not barricade ourselves in our home, but like keep to ourselves. That's a dangerous game too, because if you got good energy, people gonna act like it don't bother them. They could even be the ones walked away from you, but they don't want that surplus to be cut off, and so they're gonna do anything that it takes to. If they feel themselves drowning, or damn, when I was around that person, or I was connected to that person, it was seamless. The bitch didn't even know nothing and everything like this, and everything was going smoothly for all of us. Now that we done unplugged this and unplugged that, now these motherfuckers got thousands of wires in their hand. They don't know how to plug the shit back in the way that it was. They're like, no, remember, you were supposed to remember that the blue one went over here. Was it this one or that one? And somebody can't remember how to do something here. All right, we got the Chariot in reverse. And then we got all eyes on me energy. There's the little sun in the middle, the little ball or something like this. Somebody could be even examining something in somebody's head. Your pineal gland or something, bitch. Okay. These greens are hosting whatever this is. They have a hold of this little golden nugget, whatever that is. Okay. Everybody's looking at this person. Also, we got the flattened sun on the floor here. So this could be a child that these greens have confiscated. And they are all these eyeballs, or these aliens, or whatever this is looking at this child or something here. Okay. Sun gazing. Somebody's looking at somebody doing something here. Maybe these people feel like they need to get them away from the actual mother that they're with. They try to restrict them or something like this. Something like this. Because there's a process that these aliens or whatever are taking. But we do have Chariot in reverse. This is not... More than likely, this is sneaky, or it's not legal, or it's something very stealth. The approach that somebody is taking when it comes to, in my readings, when it comes to the Chariot in reverse. It's not the actual police. Okay. Something got something to do with a freaky aspect here too. All right. We got the World card in reverse here. And then we got the Hermit, the God card. Big cat energy. Big cat, little cat. Also with transhumanism, somebody just, like, you didn't do what somebody wanted or something like this, or you didn't transform your body or something, so they feel like they gave you enough time to do something. This could be like, for me, it could be stop smoking. For you, it could be stop eating pork. For somebody, you know, it could be something else, lose 100 pounds. It's almost like I kept on hearing the other day, it was a phrase in a video, and they said, oh, she wanted to see. I think I was looking at the Madeline McCann or whatever case, and I was hearing something like she wanted to see. The older lady or somebody wanted to see. So this is like somebody wanted to peer into a child's future. Could be something that they did to me, you, somebody like this. Or it's like these children are sacrificed so that somebody else can use their eye to see what their future or the future holds, and then act like they're a god or something. And everybody got to come to this person. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Because I'm seeing in this deck, I'm seeing the bowls of O's or cereals or whatever this is. Like somebody eats these fucking pineal glands for breakfast to, yeah, oh, here it is. Right there. Okay. Somebody eat, ooh. Somebody could have lost it. The ability to do this. Okay. It's something like this. And then we got the Two of Cups here. All right. This could also be splicing or something like this. Or maybe somebody is like, oh, I'm done with these bowls or these eyes or whatever. I just need that one person. Or somebody could be trying to splice something with you. Okay, these could be the wolves that rejected a wolf or a half wolf. Or this could be, I was listening to something one day when they were talking about this girl was ashamed because she was the only wolf in the clan or something like this that didn't have a wolf body. And everybody made fun of her throughout her life. She's like, I'm hate I was born. Why did I even get born if this is how it's going to be as a mockery or something? I don't even have a wolf body or whatever. Like something like this. In the future, people will possibly be able to buy other people and just live their life just out of spite. Just because. Yeah, this person don't need to live a life no more. Look, they don't do anything on a daily basis. I'm going to purchase that person, and I'm going to be that person. And I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be that other person. And every time somebody attractive, cute, something special about this person is born, this person want to be that person too. Somebody don't like themselves. It's heavy on the self-love in reverse. I still got that reading out, and I think the D-Baby is going to be asleep when I get back. So I might go ahead and do something on that. But that's funny that this card was the very card that I was talking about. Yeah, because I feel like, again, they could have, it just came out in the upright when it fell. Somebody could have tried to do a Two of Cups or something like this and splice something, but it's not. It's not. Or they're realizing that they're not going to be able to put somebody in some type of imprisonment camp mindset state. And so somebody's going to start doing something like this, eating these children. Or this could be like I told you, somebody was telling somebody to eat their young. There could be some people that feel like they know how to fix you. All right. Yeah, somebody, again, is back here again. You might have what it takes to create something here. I don't even know. Also, somebody is trying to make it like you are this cannibalistic person or something like that. But you could be around some people like this. Excuse me. Because look, we got these bones or these wands in the upright. And we got the skull in reverse. Like, again, these people are not speaking in your language. They're like cutting you on and off. You know how you be like, hello? Is somebody there? And like you talking on the walkie-talkie something, keep going out, in and out, in and out. It's to stall something. It's to stall something for somebody can't get to A to B. They think they're being funny and it's going to only affect you, but something else is coming here. I don't know if this is World War III, but I mean, that shit, they trying to say it's coming. It already started. And if the world leaders don't know that, then we in trouble. Or you in fucking trouble. Okay? Two of Wands, the Most High. So there's a shift. All this shit works together. Been working together in a mechanism for a long time here. But everything is off. Say like the streets is talking. It's here. Motherfuckers with a little bit more higher power or something like in the community, like the police, and they got their lingo. You got this kind of lingo. You got the world leaders lingo. You got elite. You got chieftains. You got different types of something like this in a role. Everybody's kind of talking about the same thing but different, but it's like in one column. But the way I'm seeing it is like the media is over here, science is like everything, or the media is over here, the government is over here. It's not in something is not in alignment anymore. Motherfuckers is doing what they want to do with stuff. I always wanted to be the media. Let me do it. Please, come on, cuz. These are like people that created, I'm telling you, these fucking makeshift families or whatever. They also feel like they can do it without a conduit. So also be somebody trying to delete everything from you so you think you can handle it or whatever. Okay. And these bones are already ahead. I told you somebody's going to push you into the room like, okay, you saying you're the president, be the president. But you don't even, somebody gave you this position 2 years ago. They never told you. And they just going to sit there and let everything crash because they said, you said you wanted to, but you're thinking like, God damn, don't you got to take steps to get there? Somebody just try to push you in the room so they can say, your time is over. My shit ain't even started yet. We just getting started with something. Getting to the doorstep or something like this. So it's like somebody pushed you, it took everything from you, all your stuff, your Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, whatever this is as an Empress or Emperor. Push you in there or something like this. These people been doing something here. You can't trust these people with this type of shit. It's like a free-for-all. It's like somebody just leaving all the banks across America open that night. And just say, don't go in there. You know we can see you on that camera if you go in there. Nobody don't give a fuck. Everybody in every bank, you gonna catch everybody? Come on, motherfuckers gonna find a way. Alright? So 5 of Pentacles energy. Somebody could have tested something else and they like it. When I like it, you should see it in my spine every time. I like the fancy clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that makes me want to get with you. Something like this here. Again, we got this skull. I don't know why I think this is a smaller feminine script, or this is something here. I don't know what that is. Let's see. And believe me, whatever this is, motherfuckers is counting on tarot like a lifeline. That's a concern too. Because every tarot reader is not the Christ. A lot of these tarot readers, like I said, they've been a part of these particular groups in the background, so on and so forth. So it's not really, there's really like a little bit of what do you call it? Conflict of interest here. So of course, if these people been using these readers to see things or whatever like this, or some of these people got different gifts and stuff like this over time, you know what I'm saying? Now they're giving these girls like they're actual jurors in a case or something, the right to like cancel people out. We got the Queen of Swords here in the upright. All right. There could also be something here with this lover situation. Somebody could be saying that somebody is hating on the lover situation, but these people are pushing a little girl. This is like people confiscating children from their parents with, I told you, the Gay Rights Act, because they like the way it looked. These people may not be able to be active the way that this child is in this world, so it's like a Barbie to them. They buy the child or something like this, and now your child ain't really thinking about no boys, or maybe their inside voice in their brain is thinking about it, but these people are in your kid's head. These are your fucking enemies. These is people that manipulated your energy throughout it. That's why I said this is like a hack or something. There's a certain group of people on this earth that's not getting represented here, and people may not understand the conditions or understand the conditions or the elements, and this could be very well what this is, somebody that's going to come and be able to speak for these particular people on earth. So I could be somebody that didn't have a choice at all. People just ran through my shit, ran through my energy. Here I am. Maybe there is something in a fund or something that's supposed to go to me. That's what this was created for, is these particular children that was used for whatever this was. And motherfuckers just stole that. Or they keeping it from me. Now, my child could be somebody, I could see the patterns. And I'm calling it out. And they're going to sit here and try to force me down and pin me down or something like this so that they can have access to my child and put my child through these same psychological clinicals or whatever the fuck this is or something, where I'm sitting next to my child trying to be with my child, talk to my child or something like this, or whatever. But the bitches that I knew from school is all in her head. They know every thought, they know everything or whatever this, because now they're in these seats that our parents was in or their parents was in back then, and it was fair. But now these motherfuckers playing favoritism. Now it's about whose ass is fat. Now it's about who could do the split. How many things can this person do? It's jumping through hoops and shit like this, impressing motherfuckers that don't even, they ain't even worthy, motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Or some peers from these kids' school could be in this shit. You know what I'm saying? In some of these secret clubs or whatever like this. And they're the ones that see your child walking through the hallway every day. And they done seen naked pictures of your child while they in school. Maybe they took the oath of silence or such shit like this. We just talking, was we there? Is we here now? Or is we going there? What's going on? And somebody's like, somebody's just trying to ruin a young girl, or you just jealous of the next one. No, it ain't gonna be no whatever the fuck this is. No, you're not. Ain't nobody jealous of shit. First of all, I think I said this early in the game when I kind of figured out a little piece of this about 4 years ago. I said, if we was owned by gods and shit on this earth, and I said it some kind of way like a breakdown, and I said it would depend on how these motherfuckers treated me to see if they would even get a gain of access to my fucking child. Somebody want to take away your right to do that. And motherfuckers should have a right to do that. Just because you want my child for whatever this is, don't mean that you should be able just to get my fucking child. So these are like horny old women that like to see little kids have sex, or they be having sex with kids and shit like this. This eases them over until they can get to the sneaky spot. They don't really like love, because if the two kids or something like this are really in love, they're gonna fuck it up. Make them go two different, put one in the dark and let them, these could be two like kind of appearing in the world again that they surface life in a Truman Show, like they want to be two upright kids that's just in love. Somebody could have cut that shit short real quick. Sent one motherfucker in the dark and just kept you in the light, or kept you in the spotlight. It's something like this. So we got a Queen of Swords here in the upright, and this seemed like we had the one Queen of Swords in the reverse in that other reading at home, and then we had the one in the upright. Two different energies. And then now we got this Queen of Swords in the upright here, stopping something when it comes to some kind of, these people could be doing some kind of ritual where they binding a man. This could be a dead man. This could be an older man in a child's body. Somebody trying to bind a girl or a little girl, or they already did, to a lover situation, or to a masculine energy here. It's like these grown-ups are getting involved in something that they should not fucking be involved with. Supposed to let something happen naturally. It's a hovering energy, kind of forcible or manipulative. Somebody's doing this shit out of spite. If you're a person that keep your child or your children were okay with being at home, yeah, they might have talked on the phone with boys here and there or something like this, or maybe they was really awkward. They didn't have girlfriends or boyfriends. They kind of was just restricted to themselves. This could also be a form of child abuse. Okay? And they always wonder what's wrong with them. And then by the time these brooding viper women come and get these children, or come and get them back, then they could get them low self-esteem right into the spotlight. Wear your ass out like this. Pull your titties out. Oh, look at all these men. When you was with your mama, you wasn't getting this. These men wasn't giving you money, or you wasn't getting this, or boys wasn't showing you an attention. They waiting till these girls say, what's wrong with me? Why nobody don't talk to me? Why don't no boys talk to me? And then they get involved and start pushing them, and then it's just slut bucketed. It's like slut soldiers or something they're building here. They're processing them right out the fucking gate. Every child is not the same. And some of us were able to keep our children kind of like just going to their friends next door house. If they were sneaking doing something else, okay. But it was a big difference between me at 15 and my fucking children at 15. What they was able to do and what I was able to do. I was out there. And I'm not talking about hoeing around. I'm just saying we was out in the street. We was walking. We was going, getting dropped off back in the projects at the neighbor's house so that we could be around and be around our friends and shit. We was gone. We was in motherfuckers' cars. We was gone. You know what I'm saying? My 15-year-old, they didn't really they never had a friend with a car. They was never joyriding with friends in cars. It was certain things. I didn't say that they couldn't. I'm just saying that they didn't have that opportunity to, because really, I feel like they did this systematically to my children in Kenosha County. They pretty little girls. They wasn't awkward or nothing like this. I feel like it could have been something about public shaming or public exposure or exploitation or something in some of these older towns that got older bloodlines and shit that run through them. Okay? Somebody could have felt the kind of way. But they also could have been, you felt the kind of way, but you still wanted to utilize them though, right? So, it could be something like this. So it was just, I'm not saying my kids are better than anybody's or nothing. Because the level of depression or sadness or something that they could have been going through, I don't know. But I was always letting them know, though, there's a power in whatever that was that happened with y'all. You got a head start at getting to know yourself. You understand? It does something to you. Instead of searching for somebody every time to cleave on. But then again, they're going to grow up. They're going to change. Different times and moments going to happen in their fucking life. And guess what? That little part that they always felt like they wish was fulfilled in school, they might get one friend. Like, you seen them have friends and be like, but one person might come along and they don't want that friend to go away. And so they might show those signs of, what somebody would have showed in high school when they wanted to fit in or just do whatever to get, because they don't want this person it felt good having that friend for 1 year and we shared everything. Oh my God, I don't want to lose that. So it could also, it could also fall back on something else too, if you don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why we even having this deep conversation about whatever this is. But I feel like, again, if some people was like double parenting or if both parents was in the house, that's why a lot of these people like, girl, I'd rather just die or I'd rather just something to have both parents in the house and have these problems. Bitch, you always gonna have more if ain't nobody punching nobody in the face, if it ain't no arguing all the fucking time, if it ain't something, you're always gonna have a better chance of still having both, even if the parents are a little disagreeable or they sit on two different sides of the household. It don't fucking matter. It's always gonna be a better situation unless there's some type of abuse going on with two parents in the house. Motherfuckers be spying on people and then think they got the right to open up their fucking mouth and they don't even have a fucking relationship. You ain't never had a nigga live with you for more than a fucking year, bitch. What is you talking about? And you want to tell somebody about something about how a family is supposed to be raised. First of all, that's weird as fuck to grow up in America and find out that people had you on some list where they was watching you in your fucking house and in your private moments throughout your life. That shit is weird. Second of all, motherfuckers using your family life and shit for some kind of therapy or to have something to write about or something. Bitch, where's my money? If you was spying on my family and you was looking at us for some kind of clinicals or some shit like this, where's my fucking money? First of all. Or if you getting rich doing videos on YouTube and going viral, bitch, where's my money? While you sitting here looking at my fucking household while you sent something in to destroy it and then you want to look and see how we repair it. Or if we do or not. Motherfucker, it's dead. So, my thing is, people go get you with that shit every time. But what is your problem? Say we are on the planet and there's been an alien invasion and there's some aliens here. And these aliens can see two lanes or like a dual reality. And they know that a woman is getting harmed by their mate, but the woman is just a human. So they can't see, or their human brain is only working, or they're not an alien, they just a human. You know what I'm saying? Ain't it your fucking responsibility to report that? Why you sending riddles and shit online and all this other stuff? Why you ain't doing something to help these people then if they don't know that this shit is going on and this is something that could be considered as some kind of domestic or financial abuse? Why you sitting there starting blog talks and shit with 6 and 7, 10, 20 niggas sitting on the fucking blog because you happy you know this information or whatever, and y'all sitting there chattering about the shit or whatever like this instead of reporting it or doing something about it? Or maybe that person don't understand that language. Maybe you got to get to that person some other kind of way. Why you ain't did that? Because they don't give a fuck. You want material. You wanna come here and play in people's face and shit. And people could really fucking be getting hurt. Alright? So we got somebody is down and out here. Or lifted and gifted. But whatever this sword is speaking, this is this person's sword. Or this like I just was standing behind a police officer at Chipotle. And I was looking, his gun was looking real sexy. But I was wondering, why do cops stand like that? You know how cops stand? You know, they put their feet like apart and they stand, not like with their butt squished, you know what I'm saying? But they have like a stance or whatever that cops be having, you know, because of the vest and stuff like this or whatever. But I was just looking at his gun and I'm like, that bitch is kind of sexy. Because I've been wanting to go to the shooting range, okay? I kind of don't want to go by myself. I kind of want to go with somebody else a little bit. You know, I could go by myself. I mean, I guess it's not a big thing, but you know what I'm saying? It's always funner if you're going with somebody else or something like this. But I was thinking that motherfucking gun is kind of sexy. So we got this energy here where that's like, you know, somebody having a, you know, you probably like see an officer while he's on duty, he's going to have his weapon or his firearm with him. This is with a sword. This could be a bitch. This could be a female. This could be like somebody in the streets or whatever. I got my Nina, then I know I'm straight tripping. Or something like this. If I got my Nina, then I know I'm straight tripping. So this could be something like this, okay? All right, but something has been exposed here. All right? And this is why somebody's about to get a tower, or this is how somebody's going to get a tower, okay? Because somebody lied. And now this could be also, like I said, somebody messing around with your powers, dwindling them down so they can seem sharp. And the only reason why they shit was sharp because they was connected to you. You get what I'm saying? But it's kind of, you don't want to kind of promote yourself or something like this. This is the only thing that I be thinking about my channel. But I'm thinking like, whatever it is. Whatever it is going to be what it is. Ain't shit nobody can do about it, really. For like the biggest pimp in the world to find out that a motherfucker had a hoe this whole time, or had a wife or a grandma or an auntie or something that can heal herself from certain shit. That's going to be a fucking problem. Now, a motherfucker might be like, oh, you going to give me how much? But really, your stupid ass, you get what I'm saying? If the woman trusted you or something like this, your stupid ass could have made more off of that energy than somebody else. Somebody could already be doing this. Okay, there could be also somebody's doing it in a certain type of manner or a certain way. But these girls right here could be at risk. If their mother is like this, these girls could be at risk. Or a queen bee energy could be at risk. This could also be what happened to some of these girls that ended up in the industry and shit like this. But somebody lied. Put the Mac down. If your woman want a trip, we had to put the smack down. Somebody lied. About something. Nine of Swords. Somebody also could be lying about something too. Like somebody like, oh, I was over there. Yeah, we were never supposed to touch that high priestess because that was Anthony's, you know, best girl, whatever. But I was over there. That shit just like a 5. Something like this. You know what I'm saying? Somebody lied here. Maybe this is a good thing for somebody. You're not going to have to cry because of a lie. But somebody could have been watching. Okay? Somebody could have been watching. And so again, somebody else is like, yeah, you ain't gonna cry, or you ain't gotta trip. I feel like somebody, it's something like that. Because you never know. Like I told you, that's why they say in the Bible, don't get jealous when the wicked are lifted or the wicked are don't envy the wicked or something because of whatever this gain or something like this. Because just because a motherfucker, because I was just thinking about it right now, like I'd be livid, but then I have to live with it. If I found out that somebody was, shit, it might be somebody you jealous or whatever, this nigga bit, but at the end of the day, this bitch wasn't gonna be, you know what I'm saying? What was gonna sit next to this nigga the whole time? You so mad or something like this or whatever. That's why I don't get mad about just because or just because I feel like you showing some attention or it's never been that with my journey. But when I know this bitch is trying to stab me or something like this, then we got a fucking problem. It ain't never been because the bitch could be closer, how much money y'all make, or what y'all talked about behind the scenes, or me being jealous because I wasn't in no conversation. No, I see a bitch. I know a bitch coming for me. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And if I feel like I can't protect myself, motherfucker, I'm watching. I'm going to just keep my back up against the wall, and I'm watching every motherfucking thing. And if that shit's still moving, it's going to be a problem. And that's what I said about not being able to protect. I need to be able to have my weapon or my license to carry, motherfucker, or my, my right or my birthright to zap that bitch across her damn forehead. She coming for me. You get what I'm saying? It's something like this, man. Because I'm old school, bitch. Run up on me and find out. You know what I'm saying? Unless you taking kickboxing or some shit like this, you might whip my ass. But if we just two regular motherfuckers, it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? You take it. That means you trying to take me up out the street like I'm a professional. That'd be like a professional boxer. And then you trying to get me to do some shit, put on some headset and try to whoop your ass on some damn. What was that called, y'all? What was that called? Oh, I can't remember what it's called. The video game on Nintendo, I think. And I think they had Mike Tyson and them other boxers or whatever like that. I don't know why I just thought about that. But we got the 3 of Swords. Alright. Somebody could be being stingy with somebody. Okay, after something. Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, somebody trying to shut something down. Somebody trying to lock it down. By doing something here. Okay, unethical. Ace of Pentacles. Y'all, that's what I'm about to start doing. Like, if y'all hear me get quiet like that sometimes, I don't know. I just can't say what I was about to say. Or it's best not to go in on it. If we're getting close to something, I'll just say that. Okay? Yep. Yep. Okay. I mean, I just feel like there could be some burdens coming to somebody trying to burden the Holy Spirit from one side, and then you got these 3 witches on the other side. Something is hiding about, like, somebody wasn't able to birth nothing with none of these people. That could be the message. And then we got whatever's hiding is that these people are actually in reverse. The Temperance energy is in the upright, but somebody else is trying to burden this person. And I feel like whoever this is that was getting these advancements or getting your some Moors could have been taking somebody's mail or something like this. I don't know. Damn, what was that I found out? It was something that I did a video on a long ass time ago, like 7 years ago, about the Moors in Morocco, and there was a different some of this AI shit could be just the fact that some of us are supposed to have some kind of database where we can be able to remember certain things. And it was some quote in the Morocco that actually separated the Negroes or the particular so-called black people or the Moroccans that was in America and that had come to America or overseas, and the Moroccos that were in Morocco. It was something about identifying or racial a segregation or a split. I can't remember anything about it, but I just remember discovering that shit one day and then reading it differently and thinking like, whoa, well, this was like they was putting these people together, but they was classifying them as something different. But I think there was some differences amongst these people. It was something like this, and I cannot remember. It was a quote. It really opened up my eyes on a lot. The reason why I'm being specific about it, and I remember it, because it opened up my eyes about a lot of things that fucking day. We got the star here. It's an old video, y'all. I don't know. I put it. Yeah, 7 of, like, somebody could be giving up this whole thing. Like, they head woman, the hoes. I don't know. Somebody giving up something here. All right? So this could be somebody, like, they know they need to quit fucking playing. Something like this. 2 of Swords. Okay? Something could be getting blocked. This could be some steal or something. Somebody trying to steal something or take something from somebody, and it could be getting blocked. All right? Because somebody want to marry somebody or some shit like this. I don't know what this is here. But I feel like somebody going to try to get you stuck right where you at, though. Like, this is somebody that could be warned, like, bitch, you can't go nowhere. You can't move to no... This is your throne. If you going to have one, bitch, you found out. But I feel like this is, yeah, somebody being stingy. But also this giving me Ike and Tina. I'm not really feeling that. Hold on, y'all. Let me... Because I think I left my... I mean, it's grown-ass people in the house, but... I don't think I... Anyways, let me get back home. Haunted house in reverse. Somebody is saying, hold on. There's something going on here. High priestess in reverse. Yeah, the bitch is a witch. Judgment. You know, somebody like, you know, just let me back in, motherfucker. Damn. Okay? With the Empress is calling judgment. And there is a witch or a high priestess that's in reverse. Or somebody that was trying to take something from the Empress. I was also picking up on what we had on the table earlier. Well, we're going to do that reading later on tonight anyways. But let's just leave it. See y'all later.